An extraordinary change in education is happening right now, and it's the development of the Common Core state standards.
Right here, right now, right here.
The goal? Equip our students with the knowledge and skills needed for success in college and careers. California is putting these standards to work, using them as the foundation for remodeling our educational system. The standards keep the best of what we have while replacing outdated ways of learning with a clear focus on the key knowledge and skills students need, and provide teachers the time to teach them well. Common Core instruction looks different than the classrooms that most of us experienced in our youth. There is a shift from teachers lecturing to now facilitating powerful learning experiences. Students are actively engaged with reading and problem solving, often discussing multiple sources of information and producing evidence of their learning. Technology has now become the digital plumbing for students to access information and to develop inquiry and communication skills needed for 21st century learning. Common Core state standards require students to communicate effectively in every subject. Critical thinking, which has always been fundamental to math and science, is expanded to all subjects and grade levels. Students must understand cause and effect and transfer knowledge from one subject area to another throughout their educational day. That means math teachers incorporate writing into their classroom instruction, and literature teachers include thinking processes into theirs.
For the last decade, education has been guided by numerous content standards enforced by high-stakes standardized tests. Pacing calendars have been necessary to fit in all that we're supposed to teach before testing begins in April. Both Common Core and the next generation science standards represent a radical shift away from a content-centered curriculum. For science instructors like myself, we are now teaching science the way it is practiced by scientists. Changes to my classroom practice are guided by the performance expectations from the new standards. Students are required to construct explanations based on evidence, to plan and conduct their own lab investigations, to develop and use models that explain phenomena. With less content to cover, we can use inquiry to explore concepts. We begin with observing something and asking questions about it. Our study focuses on developing models that explain our observations. I'm using student journals and student writing as a tool that builds engagement and demonstrates students' understanding and accountability in their learning process. My classroom is a more engaging and dynamic place as we move forward implementing the changes required in the new standards.
Previously, passing a test was all that was expected of students. Now there is an expectation that students will demonstrate their knowledge by showing evidence of their learning. In other words, students can't just memorize facts, but instead must use strategies to solve problems. This means the classroom must be a place where students can apply their skills into relevant and real-world situations. The Common Core state standards provide a practical way to prepare children for their challenges of a constantly changing world, by learning step by step the real-world skills they need to compete successfully in the global economy. Educators, businesses, and families of Merced County are encouraged to create partnerships that support our classrooms, and schools must reflect Common Core teaching and learning to ensure our students are prepared for college and careers.